Hey, this is Nick. If you know me, then you know that I like to do stuff. One of my favorite stuffs to do is telling stories. I recently joined a local chapter of Toastmasters, which is a public speaking group to kind of up my presentation game before a conference presentation that I have in November of 2017. That way, I'm not shitting my pants there. When joining the group, your first speech is the Icebreaker. So I thought, what better way to break the ice than to tell one of the most embarrassing stories of my entire life? The story is about the day that I met my wife of now over 8 years. My wife and I have seen the world together, had many adventures, have had our fair share of ups and downs. We're both back in school, studying and working our asses off to improve our lives. And when things get hard, we remember this story. And what an idiot I was. So listen close. The next thing is my first speech at Toastmasters of Greater Greenwood, Indiana. Kind of dramatized like you'd hear on NPR. Not so much, more just the speech with a little bit of audio. But sit back and enjoy my stupidity. Comfortably Awkward by Nick Shelton. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters. I'm awkward, and I'm comfortable with that. Just a warning, I tend to get gassy when I'm nervous, so thankfully, no one's counting that. I'm going to tell you a story about the most important, but also most awkward night of my entire life. Let me take you back nearly 10 years. I'm young. I'm in college. I'm in shape. And I'm semi-handsome. But still a huge dork with very little confidence. I'm sitting at a table in a dark hotel bar, and I'm 2 cocktails deep. I'm shooting the breeze with the female bartender, who's also a friend. Then something in the air changes. The lights in the bar dim. As I turn and look to the entrance of the bar, 3 beautiful women walk in. The woman in front immediately grabs my attention. It's like she's walking in slow motion or something. She's dressed to the nines. She's clearly 10 leagues out of the league my league is in. I do what every man would do. I turn back to the bar and I have another drink. I forgot to mention, I live in this hotel. They also have apartments. My bartender friend's shift ends, and she, much to my dismay, grabs me by the wrist and starts pulling me towards the table of beautiful women. No, I can't. No, please, no. The next thing I know, we're sitting. Hi, I'm Nick. My heart starts pumping, and I start to feel really gassy. It takes hours, as it normally does with me, but I start to get comfortable. The woman and I are actually hitting it off. She's from Turkey, and her name is Ihsan. Ihsan's friends are Turkish too. I think I'm not really paying attention to them. I'm focused on her and the connection that I think we're having. I'm pretty sure that we do have something going, but at this point, her English is just okay, so I'm not completely positive, and remember, I'm a dork, so my inner monologue is constantly looking at her and weighing her league versus mine. Out of nowhere, she says, I have to go take a phone call in my room. And my heart drops to the floor. And as I'm looking down at my heart deflating on the floor, she follows up with, do you want to come to my room with me? Now remember, I'm a nerd. I've seen movies like this. I'm not ready for this. My stomach starts to rumble again. The next thing I know, we're in her room. Her apartment is similar to mine, just on a different floor. She starts leading me down a hallway. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Look at her. Maybe I should try and get out of this. No. Shut up. Be confident. You can do this. She opens the door at the end of the hall and leads me in. It's a bedroom. And then she says to me, "Make yourself comfortable. I'll be back." The door closes behind her with a... At least I think it was the door. Recall what I said happens when I get nervous. Make myself comfortable. So I sit on the bed, I cross my legs, I lay back on the bed, I sit back up, I cross my legs again, I stand up, I walk around, I go to the window and I lean against it coolly. And I think to myself, wait a minute, Nick. You've seen the movies. What if she comes back in something sexy like lingerie or a nightie, and then you're here with the same clothes you had on in the bar? You're gonna look stupid. Read the signs. You know what this is. And at that moment, it clicks in my mind what I must do now. So I strip down to my socks and my tidy whities and I scurry under the covers. And I wait. And wait. And wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just misreading the situation. No. This is what this is. And what? You're gonna put your clothes on and risk her catching you getting redressed? Yeah, that'd be cool. After that thought, I heard noises coming from outside the door, and then the door started to open slowly. I can hear my heart beating beneath my chest. As she comes in, I notice she's wearing the same clothes. And then she looks at me under the covers and then looks down and sees a pile of my clothes on the floor and then looks back at me confused. Nick, what are you doing? It's a bed really. I'm sorry. I put my clothes back on as fast as you can in a situation as awkward as that. I feel defeated, but she was a good sport. I had made a fool of myself. I go back to my apartment and I lay in bed and agonize until I drift to sleep. I wake up late the next morning. The night before had felt like a dream. I read it all so wrong. She liked me, but I made myself look like an idiot. And she lives in this building. I can't go to the bar. I'm gonna have to park out back and sneak out the back door. This type of thought is going through my head all day. I'm agonizing, I'm pacing my apartment, and eventually day becomes night, and I'm just so pissed off at myself that I finally say, screw it. I'm going. She's not even going to come to the bar. She thinks I'm a creep. She's going to avoid it. I'm not even going to see her. I'm just going to go there and de-stress. And so I walk to the door of my apartment and I kind of pause and look at it, scared to leave. And out of nowhere, there's a knock. I look through the peephole of the door and it's a son from last night. So I grab the door handle, and I turn it, and I open the door. And for all intents and purposes, she and I have never left each other's side from that day since. So, what better way to break the ice than to sneak in a repetitive fart joke? If you didn't get it, I don't blame you. I think about half of them will. So, yeah, whatever. Good enough. So, living by my motto, making a fool of yourself / myself. And thanks for taking the time, if you took the time to listen to this. If you didn't, then kiss my ass, because you're not even hearing this anyway. Just kidding. Thanks, and keep doing stuff, and I will too. Cheers.